was not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me, and when it is gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. I've just read to you the Litany Against Fear from the Dune books, and the reason for that is I'm kind of going through that kind of fear right now. Many of you who watched my last video will know that I am getting eye surgery tomorrow, actually now, and it's scaring me a little. I know it's for the best. I know it's the right thing, and I know I will come out the other side, just like the litany has just said. But it's one of those things where it's scary, it's unknown, it's different. You know, like anything could happen in a way, even though it can't. You know, it is a small procedure, really, and it will stabilize my eye and make it so I can see at the level I see currently for a long time to come, at the very least. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to go tomorrow. It apparently hurts a lot afterwards. You apparently can't see things for a bit. It's going to be incredibly disruptive for the next week or so. And again, yeah, it's going to be fine. But I'm fearing about missing out. I'm fearing about work. I'm fearing about friends and family and like silly things, you know, things that really don't matter in the grand scheme. And so I was death scrolling on TikTok the other day because of it, right? I was trying to just get my mind clear of it all. And I saw a clip from one of the talk shows, I forget which, but Kathy Bates was on the show promoting her new show, Matlock. And she was saying how she had the litany against fear at the beginning of each of her scripts because she was scared too. And it reminds me that litany that we just read at the beginning there is a really strong piece of media, actually. It connects with something really primal in us that we have to overcome, right? We are born with fear, and rightly so, because as a biological motivation, it tells us that something is wrong. Except we have hijacked that with everything that happens around us to be something warped and different. We fear about things that no human really was designed to fear about. Our brains have gone ahead of our emotions. Our logic is further on than our hearts, and that's hard sometimes, to reconcile. I know I'm going to be okay in a few days' time. My heart doesn't feel it though, and I know you guys maybe feel the same sometimes. And so whilst this is sort of a deep topic and somewhat niche, I suppose, as regards the litany itself, but I think it's nice, I think it's nice that sometimes media can be, if you're not religious, or if you're religious but maybe don't have 100% faith in those texts, etc., that you can find comfort in like the human experience found in media like Dune or other, pieces of media. We all have a fundamental understanding of what happens in that fearful moment, if that makes sense. And it's nice to hear it written out, and it's nice to know that other people feel the same, from a high level, like Kathy Bates, to a lower level, like me, having my eye surgery tomorrow. Or maybe It's as simple as fear of going out for the day because you're scared of how people might perceive you, or fear of looking in a mirror because you might not like what you see on a given day. That happens to me. If that makes you feel any better, it happens to a lot of people, even those who say that it doesn't. Fear for those around you, that they're going to be okay, that they're going to manage. You know, fear about work. Are you doing your best? You know, there are so many fears in life because nothing is guaranteed. So anything can be a fear, really. But the litany says, and really human experience says, most of the things we fear are irrelevant, and a lot of the other things we fear we can't do anything about. So I'm not saying don't fear, because fear is biological on some level. Fear is real, and sometimes it will keep you out of certain scenarios that you don't want to be in. But keep that fear in check. Remind yourself the reason you're doing a thing. Remind yourself what you've done to combat a fear. And if you can't, well, there's nothing more you can do. And a lot of people can despair at the fact that there's nothing else they can do. Or they can understand it. You can understand it. It still doesn't make it less sad. So still doesn't mean that you shouldn't be sad if you feel sad. But knowing that it's not your fault, you've done nothing wrong. Life just sometimes goes a certain way. I think that's what matters the most, you know? So I'm gonna go tomorrow, get this done, get better, so I can keep doing the things I enjoy. Because beyond fear, there's the next adventure. Beyond fear, there's the reward. You know, for example, this eye surgery that I'm getting is meant to just stabilize my eye, but in some certain circumstances, it can kind of make your eyesight a little bit better. Now, I'm not guaranteed that, but hey, if that happened, wouldn't that be great? You know? So we'll see. You know, everything you go through has pluses and minuses. That's on a daily basis. You could go and get a sandwich and they might not have your filling, so you get a new sandwich and you love it, and suddenly that's your new favourite sandwich. As a really small, silly example. So I guess what I'm saying is, fear is okay. Fear is part of us. Manage it, expect it, deal with it, or otherwise embrace it and push forward. That's what I want to try and do. And I hope that you guys can do that when the moment arises too. And if you struggle with it, maybe come back here and listen to this. Or maybe watch a video that I'm going to make in a week's time where I'm okay and I feel better, to prove the point. Who knows? In the meantime, guys, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you feel empowered by this, or by the people around you, by your day to day, by what's going on with you right now. Because even the most negative things can actually empower you if you let them. And I hope you have a good relax, a good rest, a good sleep. I've just bit my tongue. I wish you all the best of everything. Because if you're here watching this sort of thing, it's because you need it. Because you want it. Because you deserve it. So, let's go get it. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon.